In this proportions problem, we're told that on the map, Seattle, Portland, and Boise form a triangle. The distance between the cities is measured in inches on the map, obviously. The figure on the left below represents the triangle formed by the cities on the map. The actual distance from Seattle to Boise is 400 miles, and we're asked to find the actual distance from Seattle to Portland. So you might be saying, well, wait a minute, I thought this was similar figures, and we only have one figure. Well, let's draw a similar triangle. Doesn't have to be exact as long as the figures are correct, but know that the lengths of the sides are supposed to be proportional here. We'll label Portland P, Seattle S, and Boise B. Now let's label what we're given and what we're looking for, because we're looking for the actual distance from Seattle to Portland. So let's just call that X, and it's in miles. And then we're also given that Seattle to Boise is actually 400 miles. And now we set up our proportion. It's 400 miles to 4 inches and X miles to 1.5 inches. So our proportion would be 400 miles to 4 inches equals how many miles? X miles to 1.5 inches. So now we're looking at what is the least common denominator of 4 and 1.5. Well, 1.5 times 2 is 3, and then 4.5 with another one, and then 6 with another one, and then 7.5, and then 9. Eventually we get to 12. So the least common denominator of both of these is going to be 12. So we multiply both sides by 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 400 is 1200 equals 12 divided by 1.5. Well, that would be 8. 1.5 times 8. If we have 8 1.5s, we end up with 12. So this would be 8x. Divide both sides by 8. And we get that x equals 150 miles. 1,200 divided by 8. 1,200 divided by 8 is 150. So we'll label this over here 150 miles. That's the distance from Portland to Seattle, or Seattle to Portland. So we'll check our solution real quickly by plugging this into our original proportion. 400 to 4, we want to know, does that equal 150 to 1.5? Well, 400 divided by 4, that's just going to be 100. And 150 divided by 1.5, that also equals 100. So our solution checks, and we can say that the distance from Seattle to Portland is 150 miles.